Welcome to the American Scene Awards.
I'm Harvey Guillén.
And I'm Kristen Schaal. We are so excited to be here with you to announce this year's fantastic winners.
Now, somebody out there might be asking themselves, what are the American Scene Awards?
To those somebodies, hello.
Strap me out of here!
Get with the program!
I'm actually so relieved that you're here so we can bring you up to speed. Kristen?
Since 2013, the American Scene Awards have been honoring productions that exemplify SAG-AFTRA's commitment to the employment of our diverse union membership.
That's right. Not to brag, but these awards are pretty cool.
They're deeply cool.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
highly renowned, very prestigious.
Oh, yeah, but all at the same time, they're quite intimate, you know? Very, yes!
If you know about
We
it.
know about it.
Which we do.
Which we do.
Fun fact, did you know that the American Scene Awards are by?
No, I think, nope. I think you mean biennial. You know, it's every 2 years.
Oh, I thought biennial was short for bisexual millennial, which of course doesn't make sense because starting in 2013 means the American Scene Awards are Generation Alpha.
No, those kids, they're not really into labels.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Glad we got that cleared up. And thanks for bearing with us, folks. We want to get everything right today because this hosting gig, not easy to get.
Not easy at all, no ma'am. We auditioned for months. It was brutal, okay, like K-pop boot camp crossed with the Squid Games.
Yeah, I died.
You did not die.
I almost died.
She almost died. Singing and dancing also were involved, hand-to-hand combat, and randomly that like chili cook-off.
Oh yeah, which I won thanks to an old family recipe.
She still won't give me.
I said I'd train you for your skincare routine.
I said, see you in hell. The competition was fierce, but we came out on the other side stronger.
Literally stronger. We're shredded under these clothes.
Yeah.
And it's all been worth it because these awards are so important.
Yeah, they recognize work that champions diversity and inclusivity by showcasing the talents of underrepresented and misrepresented groups that, you know, from across America. So the American scene.
We're talking people of color, people with disabilities, women, seniors.
Yeah, people who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and or queer.
And one very special group that we are both proud to represent.
Vampires!
Just kidding, of course.
Of course. As we all know, vampires are made-up fantasy creatures, whereas the groups that we just listed are actually artists in the real world.
Yeah, and they deserve realistic, thoughtfully crafted portrayals in art and media. And that's why the American Scene Awards were created, to celebrate the people and projects fighting for authentic on-screen representation.
That's right. The American Scene Awards are given in 3 categories: music and sound recordings, news and broadcast, and finally, entertainment.
To help you remember these categories, we've created this helpful acronym, MSRNBE, Mr. B.
It rolls right off the tongue.
It's actually kind of like sits in the back of your mouth. Mr. B.
We should probably just move on. Let's just keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
Then, without any further ado, let's meet this year's American Scene Awards winners. From soundtracks to singles and everything in between, music has the unique power to take us on a sensory journey that transcends words and images.
This year's finalists in the music and sound recording category include the bewitching song Abracadabra by Lady Gaga and breakout artist Doshi's zeitgeist capturing track Anxiety Taking Over Me.
Well, Abracadabra and Anxiety was also the title of my one-woman show, combining magic tricks and excerpts from my high school diary.
I think I missed that one.
So did everyone. It was short-lived and financially ruinous.
Well, you know, maybe the world wasn't ready for it.
Well, I sure hope they are ready to hear our first winner. Take it away, Harvey.
The 2025 American Scene Award in Music and Sound Recording goes to Warner Brothers Pictures, Domain Entertainment, and Proximity Media for the genre-bending song I Lied to You from the soundtrack of Sinners.
Y'all move your feet now. Come on now.
Somebody take me in your arms tonight. All right. Somebody Somebody take me in your arms tonight. Yeah, yeah. Somebody take me in your arms tonight.
Blues, it wasn't forced on us like that religion. No, sir. We brought this with us from home. It's magic what we do. It's sacred. It's big.
There are legends of people born with the gift of making music so true it can pierce the veil between life and death, conjuring spirits from the past
Somebody take me
and the future.
Somebody take me in your arms tonight. Oh. Somebody take me.
No shit, no shit. Preacher boy, shit
Sinners.
Sinners.
Here to accept is composer and songwriter Ludwig Göransson. Ludwig!
Ludwig!
Keep it short, Ludwig.
Time crunch.
Thank you so much to the SAG-AFTRA union members that voted for I Lie to You in the music and sound recording category for this incredible award. I share it with all the cast and filmmaker and crew of Sinners. Before production, Ryan and I went to the Deep South to go on this journey, get inspired and do the right thing and record the right musicians for this project. And we also had the whole cast, getting involved and singing and rehearsing and really embodying this American culture that this music portrays. And just so honored for this recognition, and I will share that with all of our cast and crew and with Ryan too.
Congratulations to the Sinners winners!
An incredible song and an incredible film. In fact, I think the real sinners are anyone who hasn't seen it
Don't
yet.
judge.
I'm not judging, I'm just saying.
They'll get there.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Our next award is named in honor of Belva Davis, a trailblazing journalist and civil rights champion who passed away in September.
Let's take a look at her story.
Born in 1932, Belva Davis broke barriers to become the first Black television reporter on the West Coast, covering such historical events as the Berkeley student protests and the birth of the Black Panthers. Within the broadcasting community, she was known as a powerful labor advocate and a dedicated mentor. She passed away at the age of 92. After a nearly 5-decade career with far-reaching contributions to her industry, SAG-AFTRA is honored to present the American Scene Award for News and Broadcast in her name.
What a legend.
Phenomenal. Honorees in the News and Broadcast category continue Belva Davis's incredible legacy by holding a mirror up to a society seeking to understand itself.
Among this year's finalists were KCRW's story Chasing the Watermelon Man and WGN in Chicago for New in Class, The Migrant Experience.
The recipient of the 2025 Belva Davis Award for News and Broadcast is Colors, a Dialogue on Race in America, a podcast from WTOP.
Simmering racial tensions.
Segregation now and tomorrow and forever.
Fighting injustice.
I have a dream.
Conflict looming. Brutality exposed.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
The search for solutions starts here.
From WTOP in Washington, D.C. This is Colors, a dialogue on race in America.
Thank you, SAG-AFTRA, for this tremendous honor. Colors, a dialogue on race in America, was born out of the heartbreak after George Floyd's death. We needed a way to process it, to act, and to speak, and this podcast became that voice. So I dedicate this honor to his memory, to his family, and all who are struggling for justice. When we launched Colors in 2020, DEI was a rallying cry, but sadly, many of those early champions have fallen silent. That's why this moment is so important, because the fight for equity isn't over, it's evolving. So I say thank you to every guest, every listener, and every colleague that's fought to keep this dialogue alive. This award is fuel for that effort, because we all know the real American scene includes us all, and we're not done telling the truth. So thank you again, SAG-AFTRA, for this extraordinary honor.
Congratulations to host JJ Green, WTOP, and the entire Colors team.
Your work is essential in the ongoing fight for equity and representation, and a fitting tribute to the life and career of Belva Davis.
Our final award is for entertainment. This broad category covers everything from film to television, drama to comedy.
Yeah, but very rudely excludes Kristen and my hilarious text thread.
Seriously, it's nonstop ha-has in there. No one can caption a cat picture like Harvey.
Oh, come on.
He's like mother.
No, mother. Mother. No, but seriously, Kristen brings the heat, okay? She accidentally sends voice notes. I have heard her entire dentist appointment. And folks, let me just tell you, the gums, they're looking great.
Thank you, Harvey. Let's get back to the Entertainment Award.
This year's awe-inspiring finalists include Universal's feature film, Wicked, and FX's series, Reservation Dogs, two works that brilliantly challenge familiar cultural constructs.
And who boldly dared to pair pink with green.
Pink looks good on green. The winner of the 2025 American Scene Award in Entertainment is Sinners.
Ah!
Go on ahead, open up this door, let me on out of here. Stay. Thinking that's you? How you feeling? Well, you lost a lot of blood. It was scary, and I'm doing much better now. I swear, on Mama grave.
I thought you said he was dead.
He was. I checked his pulse.
Then what the is he doing talking to us? But this is good, right?
Means he's okay.
Smoke. That ain't your brother.
Here to accept are producer, writer, and director Ryan Coogler, and producers Zinzi Coogler and Zeb Ohanian.
Hey, we just wanted to say thank you to all the SAG-AFTRA union members for the honor of choosing Sinners in the entertainment category of the American Scene Awards. Sinners is one of the most personal films I've ever made, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to work with this incredible cast, from our leads to the phenomenal background actors in Louisiana who showed up for us every day.
Our dream was to make something unique that blew up the concept of genre, while using these characters as a vessel to explore one of the most complex times in American history. But we also wanted to give audiences a fun time at the movies and remind them that even in the most difficult times, there was still beauty, there was still love, there was still art and community.
Truly, our film only became what it is because of our incredible, diverse cast and artisans whose contributions created the alchemy that is Sinners. On behalf of everyone who poured their heart into this film, thank you again.
Congratulations to the entire Sinners team for their double win.
Oh, sorry. With Sinners' second win, this just in, vampires are officially considered an overrepresented group.
Oh, a group which includes what? Damsels in distress, haunted dolls, and quirky detectives who run their investigations a little differently.
I like it.
Me too.
Way to go, vampires. Way to go.
We're in the big leagues now, baby. Watch out, haunted dolls.
We're gonna get you. And that's our show. Congratulations to all of this year's winners.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating the very best of diverse and inclusive art and media.
Thank you to the American Scene Award Selections Work Group for their time and effort in choosing our fantastic winners.
And finally, thank you to all the storytellers out there fighting for the authentic representation of everyone who makes up our great American scene.
These stories aren't going anywhere.
And neither are we.
Yeah, well, figuratively speaking, of course. We're all done here, so.
Yeah, my meter just expired.
Yeah. Should we hit the town, get some more mileage out of these looks?
You know it. Bye, everybody.
See you in 2027.
Woo! That's going to be a good year.
Good year.